Okay guys, I got another package here today. So we'll be doing an unboxing review. Looking at it real quick, I can already tell what it is. This package is from Synth Carbon and it's the 2016 Plus aka 10th Gen Civic replacement carbon fiber mirror caps. We're gonna go ahead and see what's inside, and we're gonna have to go do an installation for you guys real quick. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so in the package we have our left and right side mirror covers, as well as a bonus rear badge, carbon fiber badge for the 10th Gen Civic. If you guys watched my previous video, you would already know that I tried to install the front and the rear carbon fiber badges for my Civic Coupe, but there was a little issue with the sizing for the rear. I went ahead and contacted Synth Carbon again. Perfect customer service. They got back to me real quick, told me that they resolved the issue on their online website, and that I requested to do a quick exchange for them, and they went ahead and did that for me. And in here we have the proper sized carbon fiber Honda badge for the rear. I might as well either include this in the same installation video for these two side mirrors, but we'll go ahead and see depending on how the day goes. So put this on the side. Okay, so this is how they look in hand right out the bat. Yeah, these look really nice. They're so clean. They're catching the reflection in all the right places. Looking at the inside, the three prongs look like they're lined up in the right spots. But yeah, back to this outer layer. I don't know what you want to call that resin or that clear coat or whatever it is. It's really making the carbon fiber look nice. But the build quality on this, it's like top notch, top quality. Nicely well constructed. It's a solid piece. Doesn't feel cheap at all. I remember talking with one of the reps for Synth Carbon, and he assured me that they make everything in-house, out of scratch. But yeah, this looks so nice. I'm really excited. Put them together right here. Both pieces are symmetrical. They both catch that light properly, man. And this is just the light in my room. Regarding the installation process, I've heard that there have been some issues with fitment. There's two main YouTubers that I watch. The first one being PhongVLG. I referred to him in one of my previous videos. That is, if you watched my previous videos, you would know. But yeah, he got me probably a quarter or halfway through the installation process. But I really gotta give credit to Pro Car Studios. They've made a step-by-step guide on how to install these properly for the 10th Gen Civic, and I really couldn't have done the installation process without them. So if you want to see both of their videos, I will link them down below. But if you want to see an average guy who can do it, just so you know you can do it, then please stay tuned. There's our OEM mirror cap, our carbon fiber mirror cap. And let's go ahead and look at our working area. The way I want to help you guys visualize this is pretend that there's a triangular surface. You will see later that there's a white plastic piece right behind that mirror, and that's the best way I could put it. Try to visualize a little triangular working area that we're going to put our pry tool in so that we can get that mirror out of there. But yeah, so here we are cleaning the top. Here's our carbon fiber mirror cap. Looking at the three prongs, it should be perfect fitment. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna go ahead and do a little test fit. Always gotta make sure you test fit. No matter what it is, you gotta make sure that it roughly looks like it's gonna fit. If not, don't even go with the installation. But here, it looks like it's gonna fit properly. This is the area that we want to go and tape. I don't think you have to go all the way up there, but Just that little border. You don't need to do the ones at the top. This is what it should look like after a few minutes. Not too tedious, you know, just some quick taping. But yeah, I just went that high. Don't need to do the top. You're not really gonna scrape anything up there. And here we are. Okay, so let me just say I'm sorry for going ahead and cutting, but I put together the best method, but I will show you it on the other side. I just went ahead and did this side because, you know, it took me a while. So here are 3 clips, 2 and 3 right there. This one you can't really see. This is the hardest clip right here. That's the hardest one to do. But yeah, so these are our connectors. Go ahead and unplug those if you want to. You don't have to unplug the battery, but go ahead and unplug those so you have a good working area. It won't dangle in your way. But first clip, second clip, third clip. As you can see, I finally got it off. It took some time. I think I even broke a little piece of the OEM mirror cap right here. Yeah, that piece, you just can't help it. I'm going to try the other side and hopefully either I save it. If not, I think that's just how it goes. It's just on there really snug. There's no way around it. I think you're going to end up having to break yours too. But I will do the other side more thoroughly. Here is the finished product. As you can see, it looks clean. And before we move on to the next side, you always got to do one thing. You're going to have to make sure that after you've put your carbon fiber mirror on, that it still works. There we go. Third and fourth way. And yes, it goes always. That is a good look. It works. Time to move on to the next side. Now that I've gone and done the first side, I have formulated the best formula for you to get yours off the most efficient and effective way. So here I got 2 screwdrivers, 2 flatheads. I don't have a pry tool and I found these 2 to be the most effective. All you do is make sure that the mirror is pushed all the way down from the top part so that it's bent towards you, the lower part, and go ahead and stick your 2 flatheads right down there. Yep, push it in. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Keep going. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward here because I don't want to show you me finicking around, but there you go. I just wanted to make sure that it's pushed all the way in, and I'm just going to go back and forth, back and forth. You should hear a click. Ready, set. There you go. Y'all heard that? I know you heard that. Make sure to put the audio in there. I know you heard that click. That's what you're supposed to hear. And as you can see, that's the best result you can get. Both of our rods came off, and the both rubber pieces that come with the rods came with them. You know, don't be afraid if it didn't. You can always just pull it off. But this is what you're supposed to get. This is the result that you'd like to see. Now we see our 2 connectors. Go ahead and remove that. So pinch the way that I'm showing you, and then just pull off. All right. So here we go. Pinch and pull. You're gonna have to put some force into this, so don't be afraid. There you go. One more. Let's get this. Oh yeah, be sure to remember that you know which wire goes to which area. I believe one wire has 2 stripes. That's how I remembered it. So one wire has 2 stripes. It's on the right side, and the wire with no stripes is on the left side. You'll see it when you do yours, so don't worry. You won't be confused. So now I got one of my screwdrivers. You know where the prong sights are. The 3 clips. First one goes right here. All right, just push. Don't be afraid also. Just make sure you push. And then go to the next side. Technique that I found was as you're pushing on that clip, give it some support with your other hand and pull on the back, on the side mirror itself, just to kind of give it that little bit of pressure, because it won't go off on its own. Trust me, it's a little bit tight, it's a little bit tough, but you just got to go through it, fight through it, keep pushing. I'm probably going to have to do another fast forward here because you're just going to see me. I wanted to make sure that as I recorded this, I didn't make any cuts. I fast forwarded some parts, but I made sure not to make any cuts so you know that an average Joe can do this. So I went ahead and got some of my cards, which I use in previous videos if you watch my previous videos, just so that as I push and I separate parts of the side mirror, I'm keeping it separated, because I've found on the other side that as I push the clip out, started moving out, right, and I go to the next clip, it slowly slides back in. So I go ahead and put some cards up there to make sure that it maintains that separation. So just go ahead, keep going. That 3rd clip at the bottom is going to give you a headache though. That's going to give you a run for your money. Here I finally got most of the pressure off the clips. As you can see, the right side was really loose. It's only that left side that was kind of tough. Just go ahead and boom, you heard that click? Just go ahead and keep playing with it. It'll eventually come off. Just go back and forth, and it will come off. Sadly though, that what I did notice was that little edge on the right side here. I'm gonna point to it. That little piece broke off again. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's part of the OEM style or whatnot. It's like a little tab, I guess, that it just won't come off. I think it's inevitable that you're gonna have to break it. Here's our carbon fiber. Make sure you line up the 3 prongs, the 3 clips. Pretty straightforward. I like to start on the side to the right, closest to my window, if that makes sense. And make sure that part is aligned, and it should just come into place. I know you heard that click. That's what you want to hear. A little bit fast forward, just kind of tap it into place, but yeah, it should be snug after you hear that little click. That corner is the only issue that I have with this carbon fiber mirror cap. I don't know, it just feels like it's not fully in there, but it is. I think that's just how it was made. It's not 100% snug. Everything else here, I'm showing you guys, everything else is pretty much flush, just like OEM, but it's that little corner that's kind of just giving me goosebumps. Feels like if it rains, something might get in there, but I don't know. Right now, I'll have to see, but I'll update you guys if anything happens. But it does look nice, don't get me wrong. And now we are going to move on to the placement of the side mirror back in its regular place. I did not record this on the other side, but I have come up with the best method. Again, this is from Pro Car Studios. They taught me well. That video taught me well. So if you don't get it after watching me, you're going to get it after watching them. So to get these rods off, you push towards the center. Here we are. I'm pushing towards the center, so the right side. And for the lower rod, in order to go towards the center, I'm pushing up. Pretty straightforward. Push up, and it should click off. Really easy. Alrighty. And now that they're off, we're going to put those rods back onto the housing. And the best explanation I could say is each rod has a little nipple on it. It's like a little nub, a little bump. Depending on which location you put that rod in, make sure that the bump is facing away from the center. There's a center hole right there. You see that? So here, I'm going to put the bottom one. So that nub has to face downwards because that center hole is above it, right? So here, I'm going to go ahead and put the lower one first, right? You're going to hear a little push. When I push onto it, you'll hear that little sound, but make sure that the nub is pointing down. And maybe you didn't hear that, but sorry, I forgot to add the audio. And now that I'm going to put the right one on, I'm going to make sure that that little nub again is facing to the right, away from the center. See that center I just pointed to? Away from that. I cannot stress this enough. I think you need to do this properly. There's the click. Yep. Oh yeah, you're going to hear a lot of clicks. Just make sure it's in all the way and you're good. So now that you got that in, let's go ahead and double check again that you know that the nubs are facing away from the center. I cannot stress this enough. Make sure those nubs are not pointing towards the center. So go ahead and clean your side mirror. Give it a little 1-2 wipe. Make sure it's clean. You don't want no nasty fingerprints in the corners that you can't reach with a microfiber towel. So make sure you get it good. Clean it up. And now we're going to attach our cords, ensuring that you're putting them back in the same place that you took them off. Like I said, mine had 2 stripes on the right little terminal, and the wire on the left terminal did not have any stripes. There we go. Pretty straightforward. And now here is probably the most satisfying part. That little center lines up with the hole in the middle. Center lines up with the hole in the middle. Alright? Eyeball it. Make sure that it's aligned before you put any pressure. And you should hear a click after putting enough pressure. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Another click. 3, 2, 1. There you go. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Okay. Last part. Gotta double check. Is it moving? 1 way. 2nd way. 3rd way. 4th way. Yes. We're in business, folks. We're in business. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the bell. Peace.